Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different from my usual fantasy type stuff and doing some No Man's Sky fan art. If you don't know what No Man's Sky is, it's a survival open world sci-fi video game with like an endless number of planets and stuff. Very chill, very fun. It's kind of been my go-to end of the day chill out game as of late, especially with the new Worlds update, which is amazing. They added a bunch of like new planet tech. The planets are super cool with like volumetric clouds and water and all sorts of stuff. And ironically enough, in this video, I'm not drawing any of that. I'm drawing spaceships kind of flying in a little squadron over the top of a planet. So the planet's still there. You're just not seeing, I guess, any of the game's actual updates in this drawing, but that's okay. It's kind of based off of a screenshot, and I'll put the screenshot on screen that I took a long time ago of the game. And kind of just that screenshot popped into my head for some reason, and I kind of just wanted to do some fan art of it. It is not a direct one-to-one recreation, but more just kind of the idea and vibe and I guess ship designs in the screenshot kind of made their way into this illustration or piece of fan art. And this is the usual, you know, my traditional inks and then scanned into Procreate and doing digital color. So the usual stuff in terms of process, but different subject matter to kind of switch things up and do something different. It was also kind of interesting because I tried to replicate to the best of my ability more of the minimalist, or kind of not really minimalist, but like I would say like blocky shape design of some of the No Man's Sky ships. So it was kind of a cool design challenge just to kind of get some different design language other than my own, you know, personal stuff. And I guess it's kind of like a little bit of a study in a way of the way they do stuff. I'm kind of trying to work in, I would say, more simplicity into my art style instead of doing so much like hatching and that messy look, which I can't think is, you know, some of that's good, but just kind of fine-tuning where that mess goes, because I think it's really like an important part of the aesthetic of my drawing and my artistic style. But just kind of trying to make things, I would say, maybe a little bit easier to read overall, but still while keeping that kind of loose, sketchy nature that I feel like my artwork kind of has. But yeah, this is super fun to do, very fun drawing to draw, and you'll see partway through the inking process, my brush pen actually starts to run out of ink, and I ended up leaving in, just I thought it would be kind of cool, and I guess like a touch of, I don't know, realism or something. It runs out of ink, and I do a quick ink refill, just kind of showing myself doing that, which I feel like that's not something, I don't know, I see very often on YouTube, is showing people refilling their pens, but pretty much the inside of my brush pen has what's called a converter in it, and then I just take my pot of ink, which I use carbon black ink, and put it in a little ink syringe, and then put that sucker into the converter, or put the ink into the converter, fill it up, squirt the excess ink back into the ink pot, and then basically put the pen back together. Just kind of wanted to show that in the video just because I guess it's kind of, I don't know, might be cool to see if you're into that kind of thing, I guess. But moving on to color, like I said at the beginning of the video, is just the usual process where I put down some gray layers and make them into clipping masks, and then just, you know, color over it like a coloring book, like I usually say. Kind of cleaned up some inks in the beginning and straightened out the front of the main ship in the illustration, just because it was a little crooked getting the, I guess, everything straight on that without a ruler, just because I was lazy and didn't grab one. Was a little bit challenging, but I think I did pretty good, all things considered, you know, not using a ruler. They were pretty straight, and my art style is a little wobbly anyway, so it all kind of works out. Yeah, just filling in the exotic ship down there at the bottom right. I guess a little bit of an Easter egg, if you want to call it that. But yeah, this is a pretty cool drawing to draw. I don't really have too much to say today. Just kind of nice to chill out. Been working pretty hard on the comic, and this is a nice little palette cleanser. And speaking of which, there is a new episode out of the comic. If you haven't checked it out yet, feel free to go check that out right now. If you haven't read the comic at all, feel free to go check that out as well. There will be a link in the description below. It is episode 3. There's about 3 pages there. It is also the end of chapter 1, or I guess issue 1 of the comic. Total about 15 pages. The first episode, you know, on Webtoon is about 10, and then I did a 2-page episode and a 3-page episode. I'm gonna I'm doing my best to update Webtoon as often as I can, but I kind of just like to do the comic at my own pace. I feel like it turns out better that way. I would rather deliver something of quality, I guess, rather than just consistently just pumping out a ton of pages. I like to take my time, and I think that's something that's really important as an artist, is kind of taking your time, especially with like personal projects and the things that you make that really matter to you. But yeah, just been enjoying that, and I hope you've been enjoying the comic. It seems like a lot of you have, which of course I'm very appreciative of. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you also play No Man's Sky, let me know what you think of it, and let me know what you think of the new update. Again, I've really been enjoying it. I've also been toying around with doing a couple new things with the channel. I've been toying around with maybe starting to do like a weekly live stream, or a live stream maybe even like once a month. Just cause nothing super intrusive on my schedule, just something kind of extra. Maybe do some art, maybe even do some gaming. So like I said in the video, like I game quite a bit, so might be nice just to hang out with you guys. You guys get to, I guess, I don't know, like know me a little bit better or something. And just do something different and less, something more chill, where I'm not necessarily making and putting together like a video script and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think of that as well. I've also been toying around with opening up an online shop. If you guys are into my artwork, I guess in that way, let me know that as well. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next week, since the first issue of the comic is done, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a, I guess, director's commentary, or I guess retrospective of kind of what I learned, and hopefully that helps you out as well. So if you're into that, feel free to subscribe, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the No Man's Sky fan art, and I'll see you when I see it.